The widespread practice related to cybersex online um, justify these behaviors as being socially acceptable and also socially deviant. I think um, the article that I read by Dominique Adams Santos, the empirical study on the straight men on Craigslist seeking sex with other men, um, it is socially acceptable within that group, within that community, because it is a community of straight men looking or seeking to have sex with other men. So that's not deviant to them. Obviously, offline, I think that would be considered a socially deviant sexual act, especially for the men who are married. Of course, there's always a comparison to social norms offline. However, acts of cybersex are a lot more common than the public speaks about. I think it has to do with cultural and moral beliefs. Some people are a little bit more conservative, so the speaking of sexual acts is obviously not as normal for them. Adam Santos also refers to Jackson's 2006 definition of sexuality and how it aligns with the use of terms sex and sexuality within the article. Sex and sexual refer to erotic, and sexuality refers to all erotically significant aspects of social life and social being, such as desires, practices, relationships, and identities. The article also references Law School's 2014 term technosexuality, which is defined as the increasingly ubiquitous use of technology to gather sexual information, express sexual desires, view or expose sexual bodies, experience sexual pleasure, and explore sexual fantasies. I think when it comes to these behaviors being justified, it kind of just comes down to, obviously, as an outsider, these spaces might, be deemed as not normal or a deviant. But obviously, if you're a member of this group, this is your socially norm way of communicating with people online. The article also references Rubin 1984. In his essay, Thinking Sex, he says, what is understood as sexually deviant is always culturally and politically defined, therefore always subject to change. So something that is considered deviant today would probably be a norm sometime soon, especially with the advancement of technology and the new things that are available to people online. So, yeah, this discussion was kind of tough because I think that some actions are justified, some aren't. And I think that the world of cybersex is fairly new, so it's difficult.